What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Dr. Nina, and I know I've been a little bit quiet over here, but that's because me and my husband, Sean, we done built and bought our first home together because it's gonna be one of many, okay? I thought no time like the present than to talk about how to keep yourself together, right and tight, everything you need to do in order for you to sustain yourself and be productive, even when you're busy AF. Some of us so busy, we too busy to be busy. Down below, I wanna hear from y'all. Let me know some of the things that work for you to be your most productive, but also how you build in that downtime because your body do need some rest. And I know I stay running as a busy professional. I like to keep myself fit, keep my spiritual wellness together, make sure my finances are in order and my family is good. Make sure that you join my email list down below as well as my text community so we can stay in touch. Okay, let's get into this video.
Y'all, I always have to check myself and make sure that my goals are realistic because often as perfectionists, they're not. They're all over the place. I used to fight myself to get everything done. I would be so upset when I would aim so high and I would fail before I could even be successful. So keeping everything down on paper or in electronic notes and breaking things down into parts I can manage instead of freaking out about it helps and works the best for me. I learned to look at things for what they are and move the best way that I can. I don't just say I want to stay healthy, okay? I write it out. I schedule time for healthier meal prep. I get rest, short but impactful workouts, and I do activities that reduce stress. And then if I fail, I have an idea of where that happened and I can go back and try again. Now, I had to learn this through relationship building and also through the building of my career. I had to get clear about what I want to achieve and try to focus on one major thing at a time. This is where getting selfish comes in. Sometimes we give to everything and everyone else with nothing left for ourselves. People think that they're getting so much done by multitasking, but going back and forth between tasks, that's not always beneficial. According to studies out there, trying to perform two tasks simultaneously can take a toll on your productivity. So I like to make a list of those things that I prioritize as well, not just a to-do list, but move forward with those things that are most important and then move down the list. I even stay away from people that expect more from me than they do themselves because they will drain you. And that leads you to learning how to say no to people and no to things that drain your energy easily. I'm usually pretty hard on myself, so the only way I can get anywhere is to keep things set up for easy living. Like I like to meal prep so I can grab food easily. So Sean and I have a little system in our house where we know who's responsible for meals on what day. I keep reminders that help me to know what things fit into my eating track. No, I'm not keto, but I like low sugar, low carb things. I also make use of items that make living easier, like my air fryer, Keurig, any warming plates, food scales, and various water bottles in order for me to stay hydrated and not have any excuses. Like this just takes a lot of pressure off, and a lot of times the battle is the pressure. I even use things like Instacart to have groceries delivered so food doesn't run out around the house. And I also ensure that my self-care does not suffer by having access to important devices like my self-care items, small daily routines that keep me clean and well groomed. And I also have a checklist of these things for y'all down below for things that I do daily, weekly, monthly, and all of that. So it makes it easy for you as well to take time to set up a real system for my life that made sense. I know what drains my productivity, which is usually stressing out and thinking about what I need to do while wasting more time. I have to take things a week at a time. I review what I spent my time on and how that worked out. I look at what I haven't finished in a week and move that to the next week. I add upcoming things that need to happen. I check for meetings and events that need my attention, and I check off in green what is complete and in red what needs to carry over to the next week or even the next day. I adjust my time for recurring things from basic needs up to complex needs. And y'all, don't sleep on this little book. It was a cheap little book on Amazon. I love this systems book. It works so well. I use new ones every time I use up the old ones, so that's why I like to show y'all the used up pages because I walk what I talk. This includes building in morning workout times, which scientifically makes for better mood and boosts productivity. I also build in my spiritual time, like church and prayer, my family time, food prep, and meals, because you definitely can't do anything or go anywhere and be successful without nourishment. And y'all, that's right down to my snacks and food I can feel good about on the go. Y'all know I do like finding the perfect snacks, and I do believe I found that in Catalina Crunch, and they're also the sponsor of today's video. video. They make amazing snacks that are so good. They're high in protein and low carb. They have fiber, clean ingredients, and little to no sugar. And since starting to eat them, I have them almost every day. Yes, without the guilt. I love their cookies, y'all. They are giving Oreo vibes without all the sugar content and that sugar high. The texture, the cream, I love them all. And speaking of flavors, they have chocolate vanilla, vanilla cream, peanut butter, and mint chocolate. But the peanut butter and the vanilla cream are my faves. I grab them for quick snacks at home or take them on the go. Now, these cookies are 100% perfect to have alone, but I've definitely been experimenting. I have been adding a little bit of almond milk or cashew milk on the side and dunking them in like we did back in the day with the Oreos. Honey, I'm in heaven. Y'all, these cookies so good I had to come off a voiceover. They are that good. Like, and they're keto friendly if that's what floats your boat, okay? So click the link below and use my code Dr. Nina to get 15% off your order plus free shipping. You can also use the link to find Catalina Crunch in a store near you and to browse their snack mix and cereals. Y'all, please don't tell this secret, but I usually wear headphones whenever I'm doing anything important, from airplanes to workouts to other places. I try not to get interrupted when I'm doing something very important, and also for me not to let my anxiety and perfectionism kick in when I'm interrupted doing something. A lot of times my anxiety comes from that because I forget what I'm doing, especially when I'm in the gym and people want to talk or things like that. They usually respect the headphones more than they respect your boundaries. So they usually think you're listening to something, so they won't interrupt you. I've really made it a practice over the past few years to make 60-second decisions. Now, I'm talking about in every part of my life, y'all. Even though a lot of times I know some decisions require more time and more thinking, and I don't like to be impulsive, but sometimes very small decisions like going to Walmart and buying some soap or thinking about some things that I need to get, I will overly spend time on that, which leads to procrastination on other things. So otherwise, I don't want to spend my whole life on it. So I've learned to group pros and cons and go with my gut. The things that I normally love, the things that I normally do, the things I normally engage in, those lead, direct, and guide my decisions, aside from, prayer and my spiritual growth. But learning to use my discernment helps with this, so I don't agonize about everything, and it won't matter so much in the long run, especially things that are not life-changing. I found that I was making almost every decision life-changing, which made me even more of a perfectionist, and it led to getting nothing done at all. So that 60-second rule really does help, especially when it's not huge decisions that have to be made. I also have learned to stop and put things down when enough is enough and enjoy some time kind of celebrating the efforts that I've already made. I would waste so much time, and my husband has been so great with helping me with this, is to make sure that I'm celebrating the things that have actually been done, the things that have been accomplished and achieved. Because if you stay in the rat race, a lot of times you become less productive because you never see the fruits of what you've earned and what you've done. So I literally have learned to stop and smell the flowers. Learn when enough is enough. Take a break. Do something. The work will be there for you later on. You have it organized. You have it filtered out. You've decided on what you need to do. You know how to move. And if you're keeping track of that, give yourself credit and move forward with something else that brings you joy. It has really helped me to be more productive, and also to really analyze and have the space to analyze the things that I'm actually achieving and what I do need to work on in the future. A new habit I've had to start is looking at the bigger picture. In the past year, y'all, I've gotten married. I've been promoted to full professor. Sean and I have bought our first home. It's been crazy. And I really have had to take time to step back, to allow myself space, to give time. All of us need time. You have to take these things in. You have to think about what's important and put it all in perspective. That will help you to be your most productive self. Check the links in the description for my free new Dr. Nina's Mentorship Facebook group, which is a group of like-minded individuals looking to progress, grow, and support one another along the way. Thanks so much for all the love and support over on my new website. If you haven't already, go ahead and check it out and join me for new ways to interact with me, giveaways and prizes, weekly emails, as well as my free 8-day supernatural video course, which is free when you sign up.